Mike. Yeah? What day is it? It's Wednesday. Hump day! It's hump day! And we all know that Stoop Kid never leaves his stoop. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now, today is November the 12th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both of your secret wandering vendors, being Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. Now, before we get to both of those vendors, we have to unlock their location. To do so, you have to find the snitch. Now, the snitch will unlock their location, but the vendors will only be open every other day. So me showing you this today, you only have until the end of today, or you'll have to wait for either Friday or Saturday whenever these vendors come back. So what I typically do is I let everyone know where I find the snitch, and then I ask you to let everyone know in the comment section where you typically find the snitch to help each other out. For example, my coordinates are 1408 by 3626, and I am just south of the 1040 safe house. The fastest way to get here is to fast travel to the Jefferson Trade Center and then just run across the street. Now, if he's not here, you can log out and log back in, change characters, what have you, and he will change locations again and again and again. Now, accepting the bounty, remember, it does match your open world global difficulty. So because I am on heroic, this bounty will also be heroic. And then just click abort bounty and you can keep it for later. And you can see all of these heroic bounties from all of the snitch, the little snitch bounties. But all right, so now that we have talked to the snitch, we know where the two secret vendors are located. We just go to our map and look for the white shopping cart icon. And, here we go. So Cassie Mendoza this week is in Southwest. And all you have to do is fast travel to the Air and Space Museum and run across the street. Now, the other vendor is going to be Danny Weaver. That's actually our textiles vendor. And I'll explain how to get textiles in just a second. But let's run over here to Cassie Mendoza. Hey, big shout out to the devs for fixing this hole in the wall. This was a hole in the wall this was a invisible wall for what? Like 5 years? So thank you guys for fixing it. All right. Here we go. Run! Go down to Cassie Mendoza and timestamp it. Do whatever you need to. But this is going to be your Cassie Mendoza weekly vendor reset and must-buys. Starting with the named items. And this does come with a disclaimer. So if you are new or returning to the game, you might not see these bottom three named items. And that is because these are the locked hunter items. And to unlock them, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 1 hunters and open up the ivory chest to get the shield splinterer. For the hunter killer, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 2 hunters locked behind Warlords of New York and open up the off-white chest that is in the Haven settlement to get that. And finally, for the huntsman, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 7 hunters and then open up the Ash chest that is in the bridge settlement. Once you unlock these three items, Cassie will sell them every week. Now, starting off at the top, we have the boomstick. This is the named double barrel shotty with perfect pumped up, and this one with damage to targets at a cover. It's not bad. It does hit very hard, but the 2-round, I'm not a big fan of it. I do understand that, it's a boom boom and whatever it is should be dead. But more times than not, they aren't, and you'd be better off with like a Scorpio or something like that, just in my opinion. Or even go for the Thorn. That thing hits like a truck. Moving on, we have the Hermano. This is the named Brazos backpack with perfect overclock, and this one with hazard and armor regeneration. Going to the hunter items. Starting with the Shield Splinterer, this is the named F2000 with Perfect Optimist, and this one with max armor damage, not bad. Following that, we have the Hunter Killer, this is the named Golden Gear Chest with Perfect Intimidate, and this one with weapon handling and skill haste. And finally, the Huntsman, this is the named FAMAS with Perfect Frenzy, and this one with headshot damage. Now, for the bottom three, the armor damage on the Shield Splinter is not bad. That could be pretty fun with like an armor damage build. The Hunter Killer with weapon handling, I automatically think about the Pestilence. Remember, the Pestilence doesn't need status crit or headshot, so weapon handling is really strong for the Pestilence. And then just change the skill haste off for, let's say armor regeneration, and you'd be good to go. And then for this Huntsman, it's really not bad. The attributes are decent, but I would change the headshot damage off for damage to targets at a cover. Going down to the gear set items, starting with the Measured Assembly Backpack, this one with status effects. Following that, we have an Aces and Eights chest piece with status effects, a Foundry Bulwark pair of gloves with headshot damage. The armor's not bad on that one, though. Heartbreaker knee pads with armor regeneration, Tip of the Spear holster with crit chance, not bad. And finally, a True Patriot mask with health. Is it just me, or didn't they say they would rework the True Patriot gear set like 2 years ago? I don't know, man. I've been testing out True Patriot every few months, and I even made like an all-red True Patriot to try to see. It's okay, but it really needs a rework. I'm telling you, man. They need to rework that and Aces and Eights, in my opinion. Because Aces and Eights has nothing compared to like Breaking Point or Hot Shot or any of the other sets for marksman rifles and rifles. I don't know, man. That and True Patriot, in my opinion, they need a heavy rework. Following that, we have the high-end items, starting with the Military L86, this one with max armor damage and strained, and a Snub-Nosed Diceros, this one with armor damage and spike. Going to the gear items, we have a Sokolov Concern backpack with headshot health and leadership, and a Providence Defense pair of knee pads with weapon handling and crit chance. You could easily make that double crit and be good to go. You could make that weapon handling headshot, crit headshot. There's a few ways you could do that one. Not bad. Going to the mods, we have crit damage 10.5 and hive damage 4.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for from Cassie Mendoza. The Hunter items are okay. They're all pretty decent this week. They're okay. That Hunter Killer I would probably use with the Pestilence, in my opinion. The Foundry Bulwark's not bad. You could change the headshot for whatever it is you want. And the Providence Defense isn't bad. You could go double crit or go crit headshot. Up to you. But that is it for Cassie Mendoza. Now let's jump over to Danny Weaver. Now for Danny Weaver, this is our textiles vendor. Oh, there he is. And this week he is located in Constitution Hall. To go there, we're going to fast travel to the Archive safe house, and then we'll run down the street. But first, let's talk about textiles. So again, Danny Weaver is a textiles vendor, and you get textiles for free. All you need to do is go to your apparel tab, go to the bottom left down to caches, and the standard apparel caches. I'm sure a majority of you are at 99 plus, just like I am. And if that is the case, open up your caches, because every single duplicate will give you textiles. For example, because I have all event items collected, every time I open up this box, I get a duplicate. And in this case, I got shoes. And it says, because it's a duplicate item, textiles were rewarded instead. And that, my dear agents, is how you get textiles. Just open up the caches. You'll get all those apparel items, and then you'll get all the textiles in. Then you can go over to Danny Weaver on your character every week and get all of these free caches. Whether it be exotics, named items, materials. I mean, Danny Weaver's not bad. I wish there was more of a permanent vendor. That way we could just spend our textiles and be done with it. But, this weekly reset's not bad either. It's all right. I still think we need a textiles vendor permanently, but that's just me. Again, just a thought. All right, so we run over here to Danny Weaver. And this is a safe area, so if enemies are chasing you or whatever, once you hit the double doors over here, it is a safe area. So open up the double doors, bada bing, bada boom. Now you're in a safe zone. Safe zone! Kenny Loggins. No, I'm just playing. That's a danger zone. All right, here we go. Timestamp it, do whatever you need to. Danny Weaver.
Let me know what
And this week, he has 2 exotics and 3 seasonal caches. So 2 exotics and 3 seasonal. Make sure they subtract from your overall textiles and make sure they pop up in the bottom left of your screen. You can see mine are being a little delayed. There we go. And then open them up. Let me know what you get in the comment section down below. But here is what I get. I got the waveform. Okay. And the busy little bee. Yeesh. See if I get anything special out of these. Nope. Come on. Come on. Big money. Nope. One more. And negative Ghost Rider. But all right. I mean, I got a waveform, so that's cool. And I got a busy little bee, so, I mean, that's cool too. I do need to recalibrate my my Tempest to make it damage to targets out of cover. Man, there's so much to do. But all right. That is it for me and your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both of your secret vendors. I am Kamikazevondoom. Hit the like, subscribe, you know the whole YouTube spiel. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Take care of yourself, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace out.